What's up guys, my name is Dragon and welcome back to the Gaming Planet. Now today we are going to be playing SkyFactory again, and before we get the video started, you can tell that I've done a lot of work. Obviously there's a bunch of stuff that I've made and I'm not on my island. I'm kind of flying since the armor I have, and I don't know why that question mark is there. Just don't focus on that. It's not important. But I've played this too much. I played this mod pack too much. I don't know why, but you can tell on the map, if you look at it, that there's a lot. I died a lot. That happened. But if you look at the very top, that you can see just a tiny little bit of something else I've been working on. And before we get this started, I just wanted to say, in the last SkyFactory, I said I was going to record for an hour, then split the video in two to make one video, or two videos that each are like 20 minutes long. Yeah, that's not happening. I recorded the first one and edited it down, and then I realized, like, wait, if I just did the same thing with the second half, it would basically just be the same thing. So I decided to not do that, and now I'm recording this one. So, first of all, I'm just going to show you everything that I've done so far. You can tell that there's more stuff off in the distance, but, you know, that's just not important right now. I moved a bunch of stuff that I did over there anyways, so let's just get started on what I've done that's still here. Well, there's, first of all, witch water, which I've traded out, or I've put into the mob spawner right here, as you can tell, and you do not want to step in that. That is a bad idea. Let me grab just another piece of cobblestone to replace that. And I've upgraded a lot of this. I made it better so that I can store more stuff, as well as a lot more heads, because these guys all have 2 beheading upgrades on them, which, trust me, didn't take that long. So there's everything I've done is over the little base off in the distance over there, but a little like taste of it is, you can see that I have diamond seeds, inferium seeds, and iron seeds, and that's important because the hour I recorded not yesterday, like a few days ago, that was before I actually had garden clashes set up at all, and that's what this place was right here. And I'm just gonna, there we go. And before I had them set up, it was a pain to get any actual ores, because I always had to sieve everything and then smelt it all down and all that. It was annoying, and I didn't want to really do that. Also, I don't know how a sheep, I don't know how are you here? Anyways, I didn't really do that. What happened? Well, I did do that until I was able to save up enough stuff to actually get one of those running. Then I made an iron seed, and everything just ran and went insanely fast from then. Because I made 1 inferium seed, which then turned into an inferium seed that was level 2, level 3, then eventually up to level 4, which is all I'm making it right now. And then, as soon as I made some other stuff over here, which is, yes, this is my main power generation. I am using solar panels because they're actually, they're decent, but they're not generating anything right now. And I don't know why. Do I have to, like, okay, do I have to, okay, they're not generating anything. Anyways, not too long ago, I started working on a separate base just to make everything nice and organized. Now, there's a bunch of stuff that I've made. First of all, I've made a refined storage. It's basically like the SkyFactory 3 version of an ME system, if you guys know what that is. It's basically a bunch of storage in one little place, and that's all that I have in here, is just everything, basically. And there's a lot of stuff that I've done. So first of all, ME system, kind of. Basically, that's what that is. It took me not actually that long to get these 5 64K storage drives, which gives me 320,000 storage overall, and I've only used 33,000 of it. You remember all those chests I had back here? All the, like, 5 high chests? and as well as the stuff from the mob spawners and everything else that I've still made as of right now, that all fit in only... It could all fit on only one of these storage drives, and it actually does. It's only on this one storage drive. So if I get rid of this, nothing's there, but there's more storage drives. So I just have those for backup in case I have insane projects I want to do. What I also made before I made that was this. I made a little automated place before anything, which just made it so I can make cobblestone, put it into here, and then have it automatically turn down into sand. And that would help me get dust easier, to sift more and get more materials and ores and everything, just to help me, you know, actually progress. Then I made this insane thing, 3 cobblestone generators that are tier 3. That, I mean, I don't need that much cobblestone, but if I did, then geez, I don't know what I'm using that much cobblestone for. Then I started making inferium essence. I've started that up, like the seeds and the garden cloches, and that's how everything just sort of came by. Like, I made seeds for probably everything, and if I go down here, it looks like it's a mess, but I swear I tried to make this as neatly compact as possible. But okay, what this is there's, you can see back there, there's the fluid transfer nodes that pump water into all of these, which they need to actually work. And then I have this little flux point, which if I go back to the main place over here, this, okay, if it would like to, you know, if it would like to load. But there was a flux, there was another flux thing over here that allowed it to send energy from the little thing over to here. And now, since it doesn't want to load, can I just... Okay, anyways, I'll get that working later. But that's where all the energy is coming from to this thing is. Because it's pulling energy from that automatically. It's kind of it's basically wireless. You can set up networks, and you can allow players, if you're on a server, edit networks and connections. I have two flux points and 1 flux plug. That's just, you know, that's where the energy is being pulled from, is the plug, and then the points are where it's going to. And that's just being distributed all to every one of these. It's actually every 24 of these, I think that's how much it is. 6 per, and there's 4 of them. 24, and I try to get this as neatly, like, sorted out as possible, because I have 4 quantum storage units, each for the desired, you know, essence. So I can make iron, I can make gold, redstone, and obsidian. And I have a little trash can down here, which is where all the seeds go. And if I ever need seeds, you can just kind of stand here and then get seeds and all that. But I don't want them, so I'm just going to throw them away because no use for them yet. No use for them. But then I made this smeltery, which actually is very helpful. It helps me get double the amount of copper that I needed for a lot of other projects that I'm probably going to do in the future. And it's also helpful for making these tools, the Manulin pickaxe and the paper shuriken. And the reason why I really like these is because they actually can level up. If you use them enough, they level up, and it's actually loaded now. But you can tell, alright, that they level up. This has XP, and they level up. So I just spent a little bit. What I did is, before I did anything, and now you can tell that this is where the power is coming from, is because of all the solar panels and the basic capacitor banks pulling power from it. But yeah, these tools down here have experience, so the more you use them, the more, what's the word I'm looking for? The more comfortable you are using them. Well, comfortable is in, like, you learn how to use them better, I guess, and then you can add more modifiers to them every so often. So this is halfway done, and all I've done for this one is add redstone to it to make it break stuff faster, and added 5 upgrades, which actually, it takes obsidian and a, what is it? It's in here somewhere. It takes obsidian and a gold, like, what, I don't know what they're called, but all you do is you go to your smeltery, you grab gold if it's in here, and then just make a base plate. Like, these are a base, an empty cast. That's what it is, an empty cast. And then instead of making large plates, what you do is if you have an empty cast, I think this is what, hold on, cast, there we go. Blank cast, and then you make reinforcements. And if you have 5 of them, it makes your weapons unbreakable, which is what I did. And since paper doesn't have it didn't have enough to actually have it unbreakable from the beginning, I had to level it up once, and that broke the pickaxe, so I had to use some more manual and fix it, then make it unbreakable, so now it's never gonna break. And these are guns. Casting assistant device. Okay, it's a spell apparently, and there's a sandcastle. Okay, anyways, a lot of stuff has happened, as you can tell. I've been working a lot. Oh yeah, also, these furnaces are overpowered. This one more than the other one. The ultimate furnace is better, obviously, because it's the ultimate furnace. But let's say I wanted just to smelt a stack of stone. Actually, let's grab 2, just so I can show you the difference. So premium furnace, you know, that's really fast. It's 100% more faster than a normal furnace. And you might say to yourself, yeah, that's pretty fast. You can probably just use one of those and be good for, well, ever. And then it's done now. There we go. But then you go to the ultimate furnace, and then it makes it instantly, and you're like, oh, that's considerably faster, and it's already done. So I use the ultimate furnace, but I need to go kill another wither to make the other furnace into an ultimate furnace. So I could do that since I have better armor. I died last time trying to do that, and it was not good. Gears, okay, we can make gears, that's nice. But as you can tell, I have an absolute ton of wither skeleton skulls, and as well as netherrack, obsidian, essence, and a bunch of other stuff. And the reason why I got the skulls is just because if a skeleton falls through witch water, the witch water turns it into a wither skeleton, then they die by this, which gives me an extra amount of beheading, which then drops more skulls. As you can tell, I have 2 stacks of creeper skulls and zombie skulls, and probably more in here. And then it just adds up over time, and it's nice. What I also did was the grid power, which I use a lot of, obviously. Grid power is pretty good. And what grid power is used for is, if you have a lot of it, then the mining upgrades for pumping water into the gardening places, these things, that takes grid power, as well as some crafters. Some crafters also take grid power. But I've worked so much because I have 128 Supremium Essence, and every 1 Supremium Essence is 4 stacks of Inferium Essence. Like, I could take 1, and then if I just do this in my inventory, it ends up being 4 stacks of Inferium, which now I need to turn back, but it's not that hard. I also made Master Infusion Crystals because I made an automatic, let's see, I made an automatic essence, like, not transporter, but an automatic essence, like, crafter. It automatically crafted in, no, Superium Essence, not Supremium, Superium, this stuff, the blue stuff. And then I just crafted it into Supremium. So yeah. And the only reason why I ended up with 2 is because I had some extra essence in there. But that's what this, there was a thing over here. This is where all the garden cloches were set up. You can tell because it's an extra thing of water, even though I already have one. I had all the garden cloches set up here, and 5 of them out of 8 of them were used for an Inferium essence, so I just had a deep storage unit, or whatever it was, and then it transported everything, crafted it all, and that's what I got most of my Inferium essence, or Supremium essence from, and I don't need this thing anymore. I also got a cloud named Gerald. I don't know why, but he's here. I'm actually going to start moving more stuff as well, because I didn't do much before, like, moving everything. I just moved the basic things that I'm going to need for, well, everything, and I'm just going to put that there, because why not? And Gerald can just... Oh, I need to name him again. God dang it. There we go. Gerald. Gerald with a G, not a J. And then the bed can just go there. There we go. So this is basically kind of like living area? I don't know. It's where I can build tools, sleep, store stuff, make everything into sand. And then this is just storage. Which I like because if you're wondering what these crafters are for, they're for helping me make these 64K storage disks. Because if I scroll all the way down, you can see that there's these little crafting icons, and if you click on them, it gives you a preview on what you need. And if I want to craft another one of these, it tells me like, oh, I'm missing more silicone, and I can craft all of these. So it's not going to be too much. And silicone's pretty easy to get. You just take some compressed sand, throw it into this sag mill, and then you get some more. It's pretty easy. And that's why I mainly used this setup, is just because I meant to get so much sand that I could smelt it into glass as well as make it into silicone, just so I had enough to make a few of these, because I know eventually I'm going to be going through a lot of them. But that's the basic, like, rundown of what I've done so far. It's a lot, but it's useful to know, like, at what point I am at right now. I'm starting to move islands because this is just the starting island. This is like where you start out, and you just kind of build a wooden platform and just put everything everywhere. And the reason why I started this island is because I wanted it to be much more organized. Like, I have these max size sieves right here, and that's like that's true. You can't, the biggest sieve of like just normal sieve, not heavy sieves, is a 5x5, which is 25 sieves, so this was kind of hard to do. But if I get my sand, and I'm only going to get 25 because I don't want to have too much, I only want to do it once because it's a waste of sand, kind of. But you can do 25 different sieving things at once. So it's helpful, but it's not too helpful, I guess. I just have it there in case I need to sieve anything down. So that's also there. Also, one of you left a comment not that long, actually no, it was last night, but one of you guys left a comment telling me to make an extreme reactor, and I probably will, but if I try to do that right now, you can tell that it's going to be a little bit, because I know what extreme reactors are. I know that you have to make a giant one, it's like 32 by 32 by like some amount, but you can cool them with diamond blocks, I think it was. But it's a lot, it's giant, it takes a while to do, so I'm not going to do that yet, mainly because I never really built an extreme reactor for power anyways. I always use lava or solar panels, which is what I'm using my power for anyway. And I know lava's better because it's like, it's not dependent on what time of day it is, but it's still, solar panels are helpful to have, because you don't have to constantly generate cobblestone and have this giant system just to generate power for a tiny thing like this. And also all of this right here. But this is run on the solar panels that I have over there, and this is just run by one little solar panel back here. So this one little tier 4 solar panel, which generates like 128 RF if it's max, is easily like enough power to run all of this. Which isn't a lot, but you know, storage, it's good to have it. And I know that's not gonna work whenever I have like a roof over all this, but for right now I don't plan on doing that yet. So what I want to do for this video is just kind of mainly just go over what I've done so far and see where else I have to go. I know there's the quest book, and I don't think I have it yet. I don't think I've really done anything in a quest book. I think I actually lost it. So what I'm gonna do, quest giver, let's see, is there actually like a quest book? Let's see. I don't think there would be, because there's just a bunch of shelves and all of that. Achievement book. Can I make that? No. Can I make a book? I could probably make it using not that. I could probably make it using this recipe. Okay, I don't have paper. Do I have sugarcane? Yes, I do. Okay. Then I can make a book, and then purple dye should just be simple. Okay, I don't have red dye. This is red dye. I should. Do I not have red dye? No, I have lapis, but no red dye. So let me get some bone meal, not nether quartz, bone meal. There we go. And I'm probably going to like get rid of all of this, like this whole island, and then have everything just moved over. Which means I probably will have to get rid of all these chickens, but I mean, I'm not really using them for anything anyways. I know what the chickens mod is used for. They're used for early, like, ore generation, and it's like free ore generation. But I already have garden cloches set up, so this is basically like, I don't need to use it. I don't need to have chickens. I don't need to have anything like that, so. It is a good food source, I guess. But, I mean, I have bread. I actually have a lot of bread. I have 143 bread. So I'm good. But there we go. Red dye, and then I have my lapis. Right here. I actually ran out of lapis for a while, and I was not happy because I wasn't able to make this armor, and then I was like, oh wait, I have the freaking beneath teleporter. That took forever to make, by the way. Like, most of my time playing this was getting resources and then making this thing, and it was absolute hell. I literally had 2 of these set up to automatically compress, and that still took like 7 hours to do. So I'm not gonna go through that again. All right, the beneath teleporter is there. If it's gone, it's gone. But the beneath actually is pretty cool. I'll show you guys that in a second. But all right, let's see. What age? Done that. Done that. Done that. Done that. I'm just gonna go through and click everything that I've done, basically, and I've done a lot. So make a dark room 25 blocks away from your base for spawning mobs and untaming loot. I've done that. Make a field of grass. I've done that. I've spawned a sheep before in there. Build a second layer to your island. I mean, I've already built a whole new island. Obsidian, had to do that. Tinker's Construct Smeltery. I already have that. Upgrade an existing Tinker's tool with a metal part. That I haven't done, and I know how to do that, actually. So what I have to do is I want to make, actually, do I have manulin in here? Yes, I do. Okay. How much does it take for this? 1. Okay, so I just need to smelt down 1. I don't know if this is gonna work. If not, then I have a binding cast for probably making like an axe or something. I don't know. I already have an axe, but it's not the best, so I'm gonna use that later. But for right now, I just have to wait. So let's see. How to make your cobble generator block or transfer node? Yeah. Upgrade your mob farm to kill monsters automatically. That's already done. Enchant a sieve mesh. That's the thing. I don't have an enchantment table, so I can't do that. Make a watering can. Capture a cow in a jar. Prepare a farming space for several crops. I actually have done that. Craft an inferium seed. I would have not have this stuff if I didn't. Start a food farm with an inferium essence farm. And an inferium essence farm. I'm just gonna count that as done because I've made them in the cloches. I've done both of them. Prove to the world that sand grows sugarcane faster than dirt with a block of snad. I've done that. Use nesting pens to automate resource collection from chickens. I have not done that. I probably won't. Iron seed I've done. Diamond seed I have not done that. Growth accelerators they're not useful. I've already made that. Supremium apple and supremium armor. I have flown. And start a new island somewhere else. Travel to the nether. I'm actually going to do that right now. Supremium apple. Do I have apples? No, I do not. Anyways, I'll do that later. Travel to the bottom of the boat. Bottom of the nether using a boat. Probably will do that later. Use the diamond chest transporter to bring home 5 blaze spawners. Alright, that's pretty easy. Kill a wither. Yep. Beneath the mansion. And kill an ender dragon. Collect dragon's breath. Travel to the end city and attain an elytra. Hatch a dragon egg and train it. Craft and power a generator of some kind. Automate turning cobblestone into gravel with a sag mill or auto hammer. I have done that. I don't know what this is asking me. Like, craft and power a generator of some kind. I have done that. I have the furnace generators. Use energy conduits to power several machines at once. I'm doing that right now. Automate loot bag creation, opening, and compression. That's not that hard. Automate crop harvesting. Done that. Link an ender pouch to an ender chest. That's pretty easy. Create a refined storage system. Yep. Automate storage of ore pieces / chunks from an automatic sieve. That's difficult. That's not that bad, actually. Process sieve materials into ingots. Wait, does that mean, like, automatically? It just says process sieve materials to ingots. Doesn't say automatically. I'm just gonna guess it's automatically. Create a passively cooled reactor from the... Okay, that's gonna take a while. Actively cooled reactor. So this is gonna take a while. These 3 are going to take a while. 1000 RF a tick. I'm already doing that, I think. No, I'm not, actually. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do, obviously. And also, like, Botania. That's also another thing I want to do. So there's still some stuff that I have to do, obviously, but a lot of it I have done. So I'm going to actually go get 5 blaze spawners, and for my next project, I'm going to do that. And so I just need to make... Is there a way to make, like, an achievement book stand? Yeah, there is. Achievement stand. I'm going to put that... Let's see, where am I going to put that? I'm going to put you right in the middle of this. There we go. And then put the torch on there. Not there. There we go. So now I just have this here, and then it just does everything.